A lot of these theories, by the way, they're like backed by like Hollywood, and like we all know that there's something not right with like The
Look,
Simpsons.
it's all like Zionist propaganda, man.
Yeah, Kabbalah, whatever you want to call it.
It's all Zionist propaganda, and they want us to see that more and more. That's what
How? But
Hollywood is made
tell
of.
me, how does Simpsons? Have you seen the Simpsons
Yeah,
Revelation?
yeah,
Like
that's
how do they know? How? Tell me
nostalgic.
how do they know like what Donald Trump is gonna wear on the election day,
Yeah,
and like
yeah, and
what?
like
How
whether
do they
somebody's
know
gonna
that
drop the
which
fucking
order
quote
the
sign.
people are gonna be standing in, and
Yeah,
they're going down the elevator?
yeah.
How
So
do they
it's
know
all scripted.
those?
What happened
But
later
who
was
made
already
that?
scripted back then.
It was basically what do you say? Say that again.
It was scripted back then when
Who?
Simpsons produced it. It was probably written and scripted like maybe 10, 20 years before that even, and then
Exactly. So how?
Simpsons.
How? So you're telling me they're playing out the prophecies?
Yeah,
Yeah, that makes sense.
basically
They're basically just
they've
playing
written
out.
it all down. They've
They've
written it
written it
all
all
down,
down.
and they announced it that we've written it down, and now they're
Like
doing that.
we were talking about self-fulfilling prophecy. I think we spoke about that, right? So
Yeah,
basically,
yeah.
they're doing things that they want to push. They want to push these agendas.
They
Yeah.
planted the seeds in our minds, and
Yeah.
then this is called subliminal brainwashing.
Messages. Yeah. Brainwashing.
It's
There's
subliminally
so
put in our
many.
heads.
There's so many ways that I can subliminally brainwash with my audio. I know the
Yeah.
techniques. I was
Yeah,
taught brown
yeah, because of the
sounds and
wavelengths. Nobody knows the wavelengths. People just know the beat and the sound and what it
no, I
sounds
know
like
the
and what it feels
wavelengths
like.
also, and I
Yeah,
also know the frequencies that are inaudible to the human ear and the
there we
masking
go.
techniques that we use.
There we go.
Like
There we
my
go.
song, for example, right? It can mean the brain. You know when you know that theory when you like reading a sentence, and if one word isn't spelt right, the brain still makes it into a word.
Yeah,
you know you know
autocorrect.
yeah, like autocorrects it like by itself. So
Yeah.
when you are like the people who are singing now these days, if you listen to the music, it's really loud,
Hmm.
okay, and the voices are a little bit in the background if you listen carefully now, right? And
Yeah.
if like I've micro listened to the music, and I've actually checked it on meters now, that now the volume of the voices are a bit being overshadowed by the music.
Oh, really?
And I was like, why is that? Why is that? Before, in the olden days, the voice used to be so loud,
Yeah.
like you could like clearly hear every word.
Yeah.
But
The voice
now,
was the main thing that
yeah,
you hear, and the
yeah,
background
that's
music is just
that's
background
that's
music.
just one technique,
Yeah.
right? So what they do is they'll have a phrase which they will say twice, for instance. Like they'll have two phrases. They'll be like, "I love you," and the next two phrases will be like, and the brain picks it up.
Yeah.
Okay, and it
Yeah.
hears what it's actually saying, or it doesn't, or it thinks something, or it gets brainwashed. But the whole point, it's called masking.
Okay.
And I was dreaming, and I dreamt, and I heard the song in my head, and this whole thing, and there was this demon standing in front of me, showing me hand symbols and telling me telepathically, like, this is what we're doing. And then I woke up, and I turned my speakers on, and a song on my Spotify on its own was called Masking, and it popped up, and it started playing, right? And exactly what that I dreamt was happening in that song.
Oh my god.
And I
that's so funny.
commented on the song, and they replied to me. Yeah, dude, I have the message. I can show it you. They replied to me. I was like, nice masking techniques you're using. And they liked my comment. They liked nobody's comment. They liked my comment. Like millions of followers people have, okay? And they liked, and they replied. They said, "See you soon." Genuinely, I was scared after that, dude.